Welcome to another riveting episode of Love Talk with the Harrises, where we talk about love, relationships, and a little bit of that sex. So, we're your hosts. My name is Mike. This is my beautiful wife.
Fresh.
And today, we're going to talk to you all about how we deal with arguments. So, my love, what is the difference between an argument and a disagreement?
Well, argument is, I would say, is one sided. Someone's like really angry, maybe, or they may be talking loud.
Mm-hmm.
But a disagreement is more like you saying how you feel, I'm saying how I feel, and we talking calmly like this. Yeah.
That was a perfect boom by boom, you know? Yeah,
Oh, thank you, baby.
I would agree with that though, 100%. I think arguments are more always one sided. It's more so one person trying to force their point across instead of having a guided conversation.
Right.
Like, for instance, I know when I was younger, I used to always get fussed at by my aunt. She always trying to fuss and argue about something, but typically, it took me a while to realize that that was just her way of trying to communicate with me and get a point across. But she was never hearing mine. So
Right.
it always turned into an argument of her trying to yell. And for a while, I tried to get a little loud back. And I was like, what am I getting loud for? So I just, I tried something one day. One day I came home from school. I don't know what she was fussing about. She was fussing about something. And she was loud, belligerent. I just came in all calm. I said, you know, I know what I said, but I'm going to say, and she actually got real quiet to actually hear what I was saying. And I was like, why can't we just talk like this?
Right.
Why do you always have to yell at me? Why can't we have just a guided conversation? So that was how I learned the main difference in between an argument and a disagreement.
Okay.
Yeah, a little something, baby. You think any of that applies to our relationship as far as arguing? Like, can you remember a time we've actually argued?
um, no. It's always, like I said, disagreement. Neither one of us be like yelling or calling each other names. Just be talking calm.
Yeah,
You be hearing me, I be hearing you.
yeah, okay, that's true. It doesn't really get you anywhere when you do a bunch of unnecessary arguing and yelling.
Right.
And then I know you said earlier when people get like that, they start to say hurtful things, and those
Mhm.
things people never forget. It's always in the back of their heads whenever anything else comes up.
Yeah, I've been in a relationship like that. We was both yelling. He was calling me this, that, and the third. I probably was calling him this, that, and the third.
Let me see in these streets, bro.
Hey.
My bad, man. I'm just playing. I'm another thug. I'm a lover.
But yeah, stuff like that. And it got us nowhere but high blood pressure probably. And
Not
stressed out.
I think the only story I can relate to as far as arguing with an ex, um, there is one time me, Kurt, and Travis went to the beach, and my ex was there and her friend. And before we left, her friend said, "Yeah, I have to be at work at 5 a.m. the next day," and it's like 7 p.m. We're on the way out to the beach, and I'm like, "Well, we're not going to leave until late. So you sure you want to go?" He's like, "Yeah." Okay. So we go out there, gather everything's cool. So me, Travis, and Kurt decided to go ride some bikes. So you know what? Let's do something different. We never rode the bikes out here before.
Mm-hmm.
So they went on their way to go do something else. I guess they want to ride the bikes. And we out there vibing, just riding our bikes. We're riding the strip. So it's nighttime. It's music playing, people everywhere. And Travis gets off the bike and starts dancing. to whatever music is going on at the hotel, like at the top floor.
Mm-hmm.
So I get off the bike and I start recording them. And I look up and I was like, I wonder where that music is coming from. So I look up on the top floor of a hotel building. I don't know, maybe a mile away. Somebody for maybe a 0.1 of a millisecond is throwing it back.
Throwing it in the circle, boy.
I didn't really notice it. I just cut the thing off, when it got there. Then the girl's friend calls me. He's like, "Oh, we got to go right now." And I'm like, for what?" And he's like, "You done messed up." So I messed up. What does that mean? He's like, "Yeah, we all need to go now. Meet us at the car." I'm like, okay. So I tell Travis and Kurt, and we start making our way back to the car. And when we get there, she said, "We need to talk right now." And I have one critical rule at the beach. I hate seeing people, especially people that look like us, doing a whole bunch of fussing and cussing and arguing at the beach.
Right.
To me, this looks ignorant. You can do that anywhere else. Why are you doing it now in front of everybody? So I always tell people, if I go to the beach with them, I'm not gonna be arguing with you. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't waste of time. So she wasn't accepting there was an answer. So I opened the door. I said, "Please get in the car. We can talk about this. When we get somewhere else." He's like, "No, we're gonna talk about it right now." And so you know what? Fine. That's what you want to do. So I closed the door. I started fussing with her on the beach and like actually yelling. And anybody that knows me knows I don't yell.
Yeah, I don't even sound like you.
I don't yell. There's no point in me yelling. And I remember my best friend Travis. He was in the car, and he never heard me yell before. So I remember he was just looking at me like, "Whoa, you're actually yelling."
Right.
And I don't remember what the premise of what I said was or any of that stuff, but I was trying to get her to understand that somebody was miles away. It's not like I was intentionally looking for somebody. Zoomed in, found what room number they were in, went upstairs, and went to go party with them. I literally just looked, saw it, said, "Oop," cut the camera off.
She was just in the background.
Yeah. There's people shaking their butts everywhere, all times of the year. Why would I care about somebody that's a mile away on a hotel room? Yeah, so it's a very awkward ride home.
I bet. I remember Travis, he told me about it. He was like, "Man, I ain't never seen Mike like that." I was like, "Dang. I can't even picture you yelling."
Yeah, it was really heated. And he told my mom when I got home, she said, "Mikey yelling?" I said, "Yeah." And after that, I'm telling you, whenever I'm dating somebody and they actually make me argue with them and yell and do something I'm really uh, not comfortable with and it's not benefiting either one of us, you're done.
Make sure I don't argue with my husband. Kick me to the curb.
I'm not gonna kick you to the curb, baby. Not like too much, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the only real argument that I can vividly remember.
Right.
And as far as like I said, I can't remember anything where we've been really just one sided like that. We've always been open and tried to communicate both of our points while listening. Like you'll say something, I'll hear it, and I'll say something back based on what you said. Like I don't just you don't just say something to me and I just say something back based off how I feel. I listen to what you say. You do the same thing and vice versa.
And even being with you, I feel like I've learned from you to do that. Because I don't think I've always been that way. I mean, because growing up, Mom, I got into a little bit. But growing up, me and my mom, we good now, but there was a moment where I think that's kind of how I learned to maybe communicate to get my point across, especially if you feel like someone ain't hearing you.
Mm-hmm.
But both of us yelling. You can't. Ain't nobody hearing each other.
Exactly.
You're trying to say what you feel.
Yep. And then a lot of people get to an emotional breaking point already when they're already arguing. So sometimes, like your dad just said, people get a brown paper bag and they carry around things that their spouse said. And anytime something else comes up, they take that, throw it in the bag. And the bag is getting heavier and heavier until it finally pops. And now, both of you have these feelings you just unleash on each other.
And I think me too, growing up, watching my parents, I've never heard them raise their voice at one another. If they did, I wasn't around, but it's
Huh.
always been calm.
Yeah, me neither, actually. I
Hmm.
think every single time they did that.
So I think I learned from you, but I learned from them as well
Hmm.
how to effectively communicate.
Exactly. It's not good to talk about someone you are both already mad or upset or not at a point where either one of you can grow. Like, for instance, if we're having a discussion and something recently happened, like it's fresh, like something bothered you, you don't come at me when you're already on 10. We wait to come down a little bit, maybe 5, something like that. That way you have a little bit of room and we both can communicate effectively.
Yeah, I just kind of broke quiet. I'm like, I shouldn't talk about this right now. And then you'll be like, what's going on, love? I mean, of course you can tell the difference, but I just kind of get quiet at first.
I think I'm the same way though. If someone's bothering me, I don't want to say shut down, but I take a step back and I reevaluate what happened. Like,
Hmm.
what is it that really just happened? Why is this bothering me? Or why did this bother her? And how can we unpack this in a more effective way? That's how I feel.
It's my baby boy.
As you, baby, laying them gems on them. So, yeah.
So, if we can't agree on something, how do we get on the same page?
Hmm. It's definitely a good question. I think whenever we do have disagreements and we just can't come to a conclusion or agreement, I should say, um, we respect each other. So I respect your opinion no matter what, and you respect mine, whether we can agree on that or not. But I never belittle how you feel or try to make your point feel invalid.
Right.
We both kind of respect each other and we can agree or disagree. And I think from there we just let it go.
That also creates a safe place. Like if I'm feeling some type of way or vice versa. Like by him validating how I feel, I'm like, okay, I can open up to him
Yeah,
instead of just brushing it off. Like, brush you tripping.
yeah.
Hmm.
Everybody has their things, especially us. Sometimes we go through little small disagreements, and it's way easier for us to get over it in like an hour or even less than that most of the time because we just I think we have like a step process low key. I feel like step one, something goes on, one of us gets quiet.
Hmm.
Step two, somebody's like, "What's going on?" And the chorus is always the nothing. They were like, I can tell something on. What's going on? Talk to me." And then this exercise we used to always do when you were at your parents' house. We would listen to meditation music or have it in the background, and we would just sit in front of each other and look each other in the eyes without talking. Remember that?
Hmm.
I feel like that always made us a little closer. It's like you're talking without talking, and we still do that now, even in the disagreement process. So in the next step of it, we always sit down, look at each other, and don't say anything for a second. And then all of our words just kind of flow. How do you think we handle it? Or what do you think the process looks like for us?
Mm, I agree with what you said. I mean, like you said, one of us gets quiet. Usually it's me. I get quiet. You speak up quicker than I do about how you feel. Um,
You got any examples?
example. Well, I guess I talk about the Richmond time.
Ah.
This was before we was even like, was we like deeply dating? It was kind of still fresh.
Mm. December, January, like 4 months in.
And it's also how I saw like I seen his character and how he would handle like when he's upset with me. Cause they say like you should see a person when they're angry or sad,
100%.
when they're grieving before you marry them, because that's what you're gonna see in your marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, one day after church, we was going to Richmond to celebrate our sister's birthday. I think it was her birthday, right?
Yeah, it's both of us.
Oh yeah, okay. And we stopped at my mama's house. I don't know why, but I left my phone in the garage, I believe. So I went in the house, supposed to be for a second. My mom, she wanted to have a conversation with me and my best friend Cheryl. So we was having this deep conversation. We was in there crying and all of this, but we had supposed to be on the schedule. So
I love my schedules, y'all.
oh yeah, I go with the flow and he like a schedule. So basically he was in the car like, yo, what's going on? So he was blowing my phone up, but I didn't have my phone. So anyway, fast forward, I left out the house and I got in the car with him and I was like, dang, my bad. I was like, my bad, love.
That's how much time it was, though.
I don't know how long was it.
It was like at least maybe like 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours.
Love it was not no 2
No,
hours.
it was an hour and a half, 2 hours, somewhere in that range.
Love.
Like,
It was like 45 minutes maybe.
right.
But anyway, I came back in the
Right.
talking about 2 hours. But anyway, I got back in the car and he was real quiet with me. And I don't know if Mike is quiet, something wrong. So I was like, Dad. I was trying to talk to him a little bit, ease my way back in. He was quiet. And then I don't know when we like had the actual conversation about how you felt. But I remember fast forward, we went to Richmond. Even during that time, he still felt that way, but he was still being kind to me, showing me love, opening my doors, this, that, and the third. But I could still, I remember we got to the movie theater and I was trying to talk to him about it while the movie was playing. 'Cause I knew he still felt some type of way. And he was like, in the calmest tone, he was like, love, can we talk about this later? I'm trying to watch the movie right now. I was like, dang.
Why did I say it like that?
Yes, you did. And it was weird because even though he said it in like a nice tone, it was like, okay, he's serious. Like he ain't playing. So I don't know when we actually talked about it. It might have been on the way home after we dropped Travis and Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I mean, he was calm talking, on no raised voices. So I mean, I don't know. Was you angry?
I was upset. I wasn't angry though.
And yeah, and I remember we was going on the way there. I'll never forget this. He was doing about 90 something.
Whoa. Be easy on me. Be easy on me.
I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing. He ain't in the mood right now, so I ain't wanna add to the situation.
The reason I was going so fast because we rented out a movie theater in Richmond, me and my sister, and we were in Suffolk, so we had to be there by a certain time. So I was trying to, make it for the lost time. I was hitting the feet.
Yeah.
I mean, I was definitely
That's like only one of the main times I've seen you upset with me.
dang.
I mean, he was still kind, but he was definitely upset.
Yeah, I don't hold grudges unless I go. But yeah, I was upset that day. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, let it go. I forgot about that till you said something beforehand. I remember so many more of our good times, even the arguments, or like that brief stint we weren't together. We had so many good memories together that I was okay. I could, I know I could hold out until it's time for us to get back together.
Right.
We have our shared album, our memories in it, and our adventures so far that we're still adding to. Keeping things fresh, y'all. All of it plays a part. Another thing that helps us not argue is like nitpicking.
Right.
I think a lot of couples when they move in, they live together. Another thing that Dad told me recently is a lot of people don't realize they come from two separate households, and the way that both their households run are completely different most of the time. But most people think their household is completely right. So
Right.
by the time you merge that stuff together, it creates a lot of friction because things aren't done the same way, whether it be cleaning or putting stuff up or whatever.
Yeah, before I got married, that's what people was like. It was like, yeah. And I never agreed with that. I heard a lot of people say, yeah, you really should live together before you get married to see how y'all operate in the house. But I mean, we didn't have that issue.
Mm-mm.
Like you said, I mean, I might leave some on the floor or the counter. He'll clean it up or vice versa.
Yeah,
I
it
ain't
bother
gonna
me.
come complain about, oh, you did this and that.
Yeah,
It's
right,
unnecessary.
completely. It causes unnecessary friction. Everything doesn't need to be discussed
Right.
or dragged into something deeper. It's not really that serious.
Yeah.
I think sometimes even if like one of us are having a bad morning or something, or something don't go right our way, we do kind of nitpick at each other. It's always like in a joking way,
Oh yeah.
and then we start joking each other.
Talk trash a little bit.
like, like the other day when you came home, y'all, she left me. She went rushing with her mom's. Came back Monday. I was asleep on the couch. She called me. You can help me right quick? I said, yeah, of course, baby.
Wait a minute. Yeah, tell your side, and I'm gonna tell mine. Go ahead, love.
So came downstairs. Pit, 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 pit. Get there, half awake, wiping the crust out my eye. Put my shoes on. Well, actually, I was putting my shoes on. I said, man, forget these shoes. I'm walking right to the end of the, driveway. So when I got there, I said, hey, baby. Came behind you, gave you a hug. Your mama was like, oh, you miss your baby. I said, mm-hmm. Then I gave Mama G a hug. Then I grabbed your suitcase and your bag. You had your bags in your hand. And we walked into the door. He said, I had to go hug my mama right quick. So, okay. You hugged your mom. Came back to the garage. I'm standing there waiting for you. So I'm about to open the door. You looking at that face, love?
No.
Oh, open the door. I opened the door. I said, you coming, baby? And I wait for mama to drive off. I said, okay. Well, actually, no, the door was open and a bug was trying to get in. And I knew that you weren't coming right into the house.
Right.
So I was like, all right, oh, I get this bug at the house. I said, baby, what you doing? So I'm waiting for my mom. I said, okay. So I went upstairs, put the bags in the other room, and laid back on the couch because I was tired. So, what you know, smiling for, man? Yeah,
Nothing.
I was tired, baby. So
He was tired.
yeah, I'm laying there. You came from the kitchen and you went into the room to go. I thought you used the bathroom. And I'm looking, sitting there for a while. I'm like, she ain't coming here to bother me at all. She ain't try to get on my back, hug me, kiss me, pick with me, nothing. So I get up, go in the room. She in the bed. I said, I know you're in this bed. You ain't
I was in my
come
feelings,
bother me.
y'all.
Long story short, she just wants some attention. And then we both, like I said, instead of us getting into an argument about it, we both role played how we saw a scenario going out. So we both we both walked in and out of the room, showing our perspective on what happened.
Mhm.
To give me a hard time for a second, y'all. But after that, we worked it out as always, and then
Yeah,
it's
you're right.
kosher. So what's your perspective on what happened?
Why you say perspective like that? You pretty much hit on the nail. Basically, I missed him all weekend, and he missed me too, quote unquote. And I'm used to him like being all over me. So when I came in the house, I put my stuff down in the kitchen, and he just flopped back on the couch.
A flop.
Yeah, and I was like, dang, I expected him to be all over me, and when he didn't, I kind of felt some type of way. I was, I'm gonna lay in the room. I'm gonna lay in the room and be in my feelings.
Got some Drake on.
But then, but like you said, he explained how he felt or his perspective. Then I explained mine. We did, like he said, we did a whole role play. I I did it like how I saw him acting,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. And I did give him a little bit of a hard time. I just wanted my attention, y'all. I ain't seen him all weekend. But then anyway, after that we just what we do? We just stopped playing, giggling.
Mm-hmm. And then you went to go get True.
Oh yeah, we got baby girl.
You tried that Chick-fil-A thing that tore me up. Whew. It was crazy.
I think it was alright actually.
Yeah, you should try it. Mac and cheese, 12 Chick-fil-A nuggets, some fries, good little container,
Honey roasted barbecue sauce,
2 of them janks,
ranch,
2 of them janks.
and I added buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It was alright. Shake it all together. It's greasy. It's definitely greasy. You want a bunch of calories. That's definitely the meal for that.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't do it again, but it was good.
Yeah, definitely busting.
But yeah, I think we like you said earlier, we just kind of grow quiet and we ask each other what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Then we joke about it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we back on the same page.
It's a process, y'all. It's a process. It ain't no point in being upset each other for forever. Life is too short for that.
And what I also try to remember, even my mama say this about my dad. She said he told her that at the end of the day, just always remember I will never do anything to intentionally hurt you. So I always keep that in mind too. I was like, okay, I know my baby love me. I know his heart, and that kind of get me back rooted to, okay, fresh, chill out. It's a good man.
It's beautiful.
What's that TikTok? Like, it's a good man, Savannah. You probably don't know, but yeah.
I'm not hip or funky fresh.
I think it's good to remember like who your partner is. You're not gonna try to hurt you intentionally. It's always
never.
love.
100%. I even love how when I come home from work, keep in mind we work at the same place, but she gets off a little earlier than me. Whenever I come home, she always comes to the door to give me a hug and a kiss. Always. So that Netflix special that Monique has, she was talking about that, how whenever she comes home, her first thought is always, I'm gonna go greet my husband. And then it's the kids, and then it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very important as well. Keeping each other first.
Yep.
Even when we have baby girl, we're always loving each other, and also her, because
if True not get no kisses, she get attitude.
100%.
She'll either push me off or push him off.
No, she don't push me off. It's always pushing her off. She let her
push off. That's my baby now.
Whatever, baby.
That is my baby.
It's definitely your baby. Well, uncle.
So, auntie.
All right. Anyway, so baby, do you feel that the foundation we laid at the beginning of our relationship is the main reason we have great communication now?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said with the last situation about the Richmond and y'all birthdays, I mean, it kind of showed me how you operate when you're upset or how you communicate when you're upset.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the same thing there. I mean, that's what we have now.
100%. Because we have seen every side of each other. We've seen the sadness, the hurt. I don't really know about anger, because it's hard to get mad, but upset.
He has seen me angry.
When?
At work with what you call it?
Yeah, I did see you angry there. Y'all forgot all about that.
Yeah, I definitely kind of got out of character that night.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Had your back though, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to tell it now. You can just keep it going, baby.
I'll tell a little bit. I mean, so with this lady at work, God bless her heart.
Oh yeah, sweet lady.
And she kept driving around on her forklift, calling me a B. I was like, okay. And I swear, y'all, I brushed it off like 3-4 times. But then one time, the last time, which was the final straw, I was with you, and she drove up and said something. Like she was nitpicking. And then I got out of character and I was yelling, fussing. And then I remember my love, he was like, okay, come on, baby, let's go. So we walked away. He calmed me down. I don't know, I think you even prayed at that moment. You remember that?
Yeah, I prayed we got to the lobby.
Yeah, that kind of turned me on. I was like, dang. Oh, my bad. But yeah, I mean, that was one time I think you saw me get out of character, but I ain't never been like that with him and I.
Oh no. Yeah, she was nitpicking all day. I remember following you around. No matter where you went, she would drive by, say something.
Or she'll say something to somebody else about, she's like, that girl right there, she's a B. I'm like, what is wrong with this lady? But now I'm like, and I was upset that I even got out of character. I call her some names and stuff. I mean, I ain't like, but I call her name. And that's what I mainly regretted, that I allowed her behavior towards me to get me out of character. It wasn't worth it.
And what's so amazing about that is you had immediate self-reflection when we got into that lobby. Because you and me, like, man, why get me like that?
Yeah, I was so disappointed in myself. But you live and you learn.
100%. Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. And some people just have the ability to push them buttons. She done got to me too a couple of times. I had to just ignore her.
Yeah, people like that, I mean, it's best you just ignore them.
But it's easier to ignore. Like for me, I can ignore a woman a lot easier than I can ignore a man talking to me crazy like that.
Yeah.
Like it's been a couple of times I wanted to talk to some people that work there for talking crazy. But I never do. It's never worth it. Never working out of my character.
Mess with her.
But as far as our foundation, like you said, we have all this experience, and it's not even just our own joint experience. It's from our past relationships as well, and the things that we learned from those things that we like, things that we didn't like, that we decided to carry over, and we decided how our relationship was going to run.
Yeah, that's why I know God is so intentional. Because I feel like you said, our past relationships brought us to right now.
Turn the last episode.
Yeah. I learned how to be and what I don't want to be.
100%. We got anything else for me today, baby?
Nope.
Well, as usual, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching another episode. We got one more coming for y'all on Tuesday. We got a little off schedule this week. There's things going on, but hey,
yeah,
we got it to you anyway.
We back.
So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your auntie, tell your moms, your dads, your side pieces, tell everything about Love Talk with the Harrises. We're here to help and guide our generation through what we feel a healthy relationship looks like. So we're going to help you guys, continue to love you guys, and anything else, baby?
Nope. I love y'all. You said it all, baby.
We out.